Hi. Right, okay, this is a big one, well, by my standards. It's a 24 inches by 20 inches. I've got a frame for it. I'll show you the frame briefly. I had another painting in this frame, another demonstration of a woodland scene, but I look at it now and I think, well, it's all samey. So there's my frame, nice lined frame, gallery frame. Sad to say, it's made by Sackville's Sackville Gallery. It was in South Croydon, and sadly for me, he didn't want to renew the lease. It ran out on his premises. So he went back to just the framing and was renting some space at a glass wholesaler across the road. So a lot of you in Croydon, that area, that subscribe to my channel, or if you do, will know of David. He was a great guy. Very, very honest with the paintings. When one of my paintings sold, he would phone me up and tell me. Got me good prices for my work. But that was the last gallery I was in. So, but he gave me a lot of frames when he stopped trading with the pictures, just carried on with the framing. A lot of my pictures were gallery framed, so he gave me the gallery frames, and I gave him an oil painting which he liked. But very sad. So that was the last gallery I was in. Okay, just me and you now. So put my glove on, got my water. With my old phone. I use this old Nokia phone for a radio. But I have nothing I want to listen to at the moment. So, an abstract, or trying to do an abstract, but these things, I start them and then they sort of take on a life of their own. So, I'm going to just rough in with this 1 inch rough brush. Not a particularly good brush. I think they're bristles, but who can say? So let's bit of PVA glue to just help it to spread around a bit. Got my little glue. Let's just coat it with a colour. Can mix just whatever I do is going to be changed considerably. Dip it in the mix. It's lovely starting a new painting. When just covering it looks better than what it was. But I want to look at an abstract, or an attempt at an abstract anyway. This is all good fun. And this helped to build up a surface on the paper. I can see some buildings in the murk here. I don't want to over extract to make it I suppose an abstract. What would you say, a completely fabricated, completely made up painting that had no relation to the countryside or people or anything, just a mental image or an image on the paper, board, canvas, whatever you work on. This PVA glue that I'm mixing with the paint, which is PVA, anyway, it's all plastic, will give a bit of a shine to the surface as well, and you can varnish with this PVA. There's my pot of PVA, it's a gallon, or was it 2.5, oh no it's not, 2.5 litres, it's half a gallon. £7.50, very, very good value. I use it diluted by about a third water into 2/3 glue. It's wood glue, woodworking glue, but it's acrylic and it's got to be PVA. You can't mix oil-based material with water, obviously. Just give that a little bit of a ready tint, a cast as Alan would say. If you hadn't had a look at Alan's first demo of an abstract, well, I haven't either, I've just seen the end result. That's Alan Owen. If you know most of, or a lot of my new subscribers, subscribe to both channels. We're always phoning each other up, asking advice or one thing or another, just chatting. We chat for ages and ages and ages, like a couple of old women we are. Now, some more PVA. See how easy that spreads with that glue? How far you can cover, and remember this surface is very, very rough, very textured. Sorry about the noise, can't do much about that. So we'll carry on with more glue. Oh, lovely stuff. Make a bit of orange. More white. This does hurt my wrists after a while. It's quite a physical activity painting, isn't it? Let's hold it. It's a long time since I did those two colour oil painting with a 3-inch brush and a lot of oil, a lot of linseed oil. I enjoyed that. It was after Dennis Sheehan demonstration. I was so excited by it that I had to go myself. And it's had about, well on the way to 50,000 views. For a long time it was my best seller, but it's been overtaken by the line and wash now. I mixed my glue up in this squeezy box. Well, it was a varnish, acrylic varnish, but the PVA glue does the varnish as well, but for far less price. Look, can you see the shine on that? Maybe not. Let's just move my camera around. You might be able to see the glossy shine. It's really good. It's not matte and it's not high gloss. It's just one coat of that glue, diluted glue, and it gives a nice shine. And it lifts out the colours that sort of dry in. Right, load of glue. You'll find that the glue does dry very quickly. But it's worth taking some time to prime the hardboard. I don't use canvas. I paint so much that I couldn't afford the canvases, let alone the space to store them all. I've got about 30 or 40 under my eave, my cupboard to my right under the roof. I haven't seen the light of day for years. So we're going to have a sky. I mean, we're not going to go completely abstract expressionism, if that's the word. Nice floppy mix. Wear an apron or a smock and make sure your knees are covered, otherwise you'll get all your jeans mucked up. I've got so many paint marks on my good jeans. But I try to be a little bit more careful. Right, I'll bear with me. It was balanced on a couple of nails that I've got banged into the bottom bit of the easel, but it's not really working. So I'll put a bit of wood on this bit here. Old framing. And let's see if I can stuff that behind there to hold it nice and solid. There, that should do. Okay. Yeah, well, now that's looking quite interesting, isn't it? Pretty paint on it. Over the top of it, I mean. Well, I'm going to carry on with that blue in a minute. But I'm just going to get this undercoating. Just get it all nicely tinted, killing the canvas. Lovely, that's orangey mixed with the white, the cadmium red and the lemon yellow. Right, I think we've more or less gone all over that. Sorry if my head's in the way, but well, I'm not really. It's bound to get in the way, isn't it? Because we're all so close. Right. A bit more red in there, I think. Bit of white, bit of blue. I might even make this a bit of a snowy picture. We'll see how it evolves. Okay, get that colour just up here over that blue, and then I can go back to the blue. For things to show through. I think the idea is to get something that is attractive, rather than the statement of anything that actually exists. Now, a bit of advice, but you don't have to take it. Paint pictures according to the frame that you've got to go in. Otherwise you'll have lovely pictures hanging around with nowhere to put them. So I've got that lovely frame, so I'm painting a picture for it. It's probably the wrong frame for the painting, but it's the right size, and then we can put that in at the end of the demo. Right, let's just go in with something like that. This all binds the surface, but there isn't any loose plaster of Paris on here. Right, so red, bit of blue, bit of white. This is just putting a little bit of, that's too dark and too blue. I don't want a high horizon, I'm quite low. Okay. And we can put some snowy stuff in here. Right, okay, so that's a good start, isn't it? We can even put a bit of a sun somewhere. So we can do that, we can put it in the dark bit, fairly quite thick, so it registers. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of sun. Clean my brush now. Go back to a smaller brush. And try, I'm going to get that bit of a dry, so take your headphones off, I don't want to blast your ears apart. Suppose we could just call this sky, couldn't we? Right, right, brush. Use that brush. I can. I've got some of these acrylic brushes here. They're good for churches and all sorts of things. So keep that grey. That's sort of a Norfolk village. We can have a bit of a red roof. Just some buildings. I'm not going to leave these showing very much. I want to just go over them with the sky colour. Put a bit heavier shadow there. It's a bit more on that spire. Let's see if we can. A bit of blue and red. Still a bit tacky. That looks like a roof to the church, which is disjointed. That's not centre, is it? So let's just go back with my original colours and just see how easy you can do stuff. A bit of a tree in there, I suppose. A bit of outrageous colour. Just work away till something happens. That's a bit of red. Oh, who knows? Just objects in the landscape. Right. A bit of a tree brush. Look, hardly any hairs left at the end of this one. So that's blue and red. Publishing. All very similar to the last effort, really. Just there must be a snow scene, wouldn't there? Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I don't really like that at all. Just paint it out. I'll dry it first, then I'll paint over it. Because I'm not one for buildings. Man-made objects, well, take them or leave them. Oops, a bit more red. Bit of light around there. That's better. I'm happy now. We can get that light coming through from this, illuminated by the sun. You can put a halo around it. do what we want. Now, you know by now my brushes are mostly worn out. That's better. Ah, that's better. Get my sun back. Right, let's put in some nice trees now, and wintry trees, wintry colours. We put a bit of red in here, oranges. Shape of the land here, bit of not too worried about reds disappearing into the background where they should be blues. What colour? Right, bit black and bit of red. Looking that side. By the time I finish, that won't show as black, that'll show as a bluey grey probably is. Orange. Right. Black is a good colour with red. It warms up, obviously it warms up the black. Oh, it's a nice contrast there. Pleasing shapes if you can get them. Already too cold. Alright, okay, let's get some bluish landscaping underneath there now. No edges, blur everything if you can. I don't like edges. But you can do what you want. I'm just showing you my approach at the moment. I'm making all this up as I go along. I'm fed up with doing realism. I'm trying to make one step beyond impressionism. If you know what I mean. Look, see, we can make it look as if it's sort of snowy, frosty, cold with the blues, but a lot of nice warm in the sky as well. I'm not doing much on this sky at the moment. I think we've done enough on there. But let's just get some of this in here, some shadowy colours in there. It wasn't quite dry. That picture I did called Glade, that one of my early, what I call abstracts, Glade, I sold to a friend yesterday. Not for a lot of money, but it pays for the materials to do these. More darker. Moves in here. Go over them. See, just dragging over those high spots. can even really do some trees higher. Go over that. So you can change anytime you like, and because it dries so quick, you can crack on. Let me brush clean. See, now this brush is absolutely worn out. It started off quite thick, like that one, but now it's just lost all its. Well, it's molting faster than the hair on my head. Right, let's go deepen the greys in that bush here. So I'm basically using 3 colours here. Nothing wrong with that. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Right, let's get some nice, unrealistic red and orange. By the time I drag over that, reduce the intensity of that. You can get good darks with the 3 primaries. Nice warm along here. I don't want a complicated picture on my wall. I want a well, something like this that's pleasing to look at. I don't like that colours I've mixed up there. A bit too muddy that one. So I'll just scrape it off and now this membrane's been on my palette for 2 weeks. And Alan told me, instead of using the sponge, use some kitchen paper, kitchen foil. It's really good. It allows the moisture to come through the membrane, but for some reason, because there's not so much water in there, the paints stay nice and stiff without actually drying out. It's very good. Alright, that's a bit more white in there. Dark in here. See, that's quite dark, isn't it? Good dark, almost black. So that's just the blue and the red, the ultramarine and the cad red. Just darken it a little bit. I'm always in a hurry to get my work in a frame. Oh, that's coming in, isn't it? I might even put some branches, but I might not. Right, work on the snow a bit now. Now we've got our nice new fresh white. So same colour as the sky, because it will reflect. That sun's coming through there, so just get these high spots. Quite often I'll finish a painting off in the frame, but you don't always see that. Because I look at something that was obvious, but not when I actually did it. So I'll put some dark furrows in there as well. So we could say, now we've got rid of the black on this one, we can say that we've painted the picture with 3 colours, 3 primaries. Red, blue and yellow. no, we're thickening up now. We're coming into this. We'll put some more dark in there because they're sort of scrubby bits of grass and stuff sticking up there. Nice. But not pure white on here, just scumbling over, catching that sun, the weak sun. Right, I want to dry that area now. I want to get some colour coming through there. I'll give that a little bit longer. I'll just a bit more work in the snow. Put some darker blues in now, or mauves for the depressions, just to show the shape of the land. Knock that back a bit even. So that's giving that distance. Look at that. Now I like that. Let's get some thick light. Don't be a watercolour purist and not have a go at this sort of thing because it's all paint. I've got to dry that, that's just still a bit wet. Headphones off. Nice little bit of light there, but whoops. And it can represent snow on this heavier the twigs and branches. But I want some of that nice orangey stuff showing through, because that gives a little bit of interest. Plenty of colour. I think the problem that I have is that I've got all the colours, the 7 colours, 8 colours, and my watercolours and this, but we tend to paint, being English or British, we get a lot of wet rain and our landscapes are muted rather than brilliant colours of the Mediterranean. Right, we'll put a bit of dark in this foreground, like the blue and the red, just showing up here and there, a bit of snow. Right, okay, do we need to thicken up some of that sky maybe with our blues paint. It's a bit of impasto, so a bit of yellow, a bit of red. Nice and thick. Bit more red. Bit pinker. All just adding a little bit of interest in parts of the sky. Okay, a bit pinker now, a bit lower down. Just abstracting this a little bit, just to show a little bit of scumbling over. It's a bit of dry brush. Just light showing through the branches. It's all there, but it's not what you would actually see. It's my feeling about the mistiness and the thicks and the thins. Right, I'm going to put that in a frame. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So really bear with me for a minute while I put some tacks in this, because the board, it's a good idea to, when you've done prime gel painting, to it's dry, prime the dry side, the other side of the board, because you will find that the board bends, it tightens up on one side in other words. Won't be long. Just putting it, sliding it into the frame, and I know it fits because I've checked it. Right, I'm just going to get some tacks, a few tacks, some veneer pins, just to anchor it in the frame. First one. One. One side. One in the middle. Don't ram them in, because, like, if you're like me, forever changing the pictures in the frames, you want to be able to get the painting out. Okay, top edge. Then we'll put it up and we'll have a look. I've got a bit of plaster and a spit on my thumb, this is why I wear the gloves. And I'll put the nail through the plaster. Alright, last one. Right. There we have an interesting painting. Now, hold on, close your eyes, take those off, make sure that's clean, put it up on there. So there we are, we have another abstract. Let's come round and I was going to put some branches in, wasn't I? But maybe that'll be just a little bit too obvious. I'll wind this camera up a bit further. Let's see if I can get it more square on, that's better. There we are. Gentle Field, Winter. I'll think of a title. But you can see the things that I like are these bits here, the dry brush. Dragging over the high spots, and the high spots aren't in the paint, they're in the primer. They're in the undercoat, in the texturing. You can put as much texture or as little on as you like. It's a personal thing. Whatever it takes for you to make a nice, attractive picture. No people in it, no buildings. I changed my mind, as you know. I am going to sit and look at that. I enjoyed doing it. I hope you did. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.